All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Dion Lewis to return. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
Looking to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Dancing away at the 35. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here we go. Merlin.
To throw on second down is gone. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Yes, sir. 12, 25. 5.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Shell.
Out of the gun, Goff. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on is talent.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5. What?
A shotgun snap for gone. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw. Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Hey, lift.
Fournette, a first down carry, runs over him. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He gets away from one. He was looking for Watkins that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin with Henry, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Three down. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit! Leopard! Gone! Let's go! Ringo!
They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
The pitch to Henry. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Here we go now. Green, 30 gun.
They'll set up to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A give to Henry. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a handoff to Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. Watch it now, Barney. Check 4.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Maverick. What's that?
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
17.
To throw is Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Cornell. Hey, 5. What's that?
3rd and long. It's Goff. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 5.
Goff on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
48 Mike.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now, as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, it's gone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He sets and got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
Starting left here. Got four down.
Play action. It's Goff. He's going to look deep for Watkins. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Completes it to Lee. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
We own them. We own them. Hey, Shell. Check.
Goff on 3rd down. Open man right side is Shark. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it 1st on offense to start the 3rd. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Shift.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gone. Hurry up, here we go. Gone. Green 39. Green.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it again with Henry.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Detroit!
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Check, 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 check. Shift, shift. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All day, baby, all day. Check 24, check 24.
On 3rd down, it's Campbell, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
How about that for defense? Every hole plugged up. Can't run it inside, can't bounce it outside. That sets up 4th and goal from the 2. Right now, advantage defense.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The pitch to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We go. Hey, lift! 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 Super 1! DC!
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Not that time for Watkins. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Hey. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle to catch by Coleman. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gun.
Derrick Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 50, check 50. Under 10, under 10, 10. 58, boys, 58, 58, fight.
Again, it's Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
12. Go, 12, go.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go, Mike. 50. Detroit! Detroit! Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Shut down. Motion, motion. Check, check, check. Shit. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll look to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Henry, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Quick whip. Quick whip. Watch the whip.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A handoff, running one out, Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, over, over. Over, over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run with Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Leopard! Leopard!
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Check 3. 58 to the mic. 58 to the mic.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Sponge.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
58, boys. 58 to the mic.
Hey, watch the lane! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
SOS.
Looking to throw. On the right side, he finds Burnett. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, you should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Gun! Check safe.
They'll toss it to Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that.